Welcome, viewers. It's another episode of The Oil Within right here on AOMTV. My name is Howard Derek Biggs and I'll be your host as usual. And our guest is already seated. Her name is Juliet Okpara. She's a graduate of political science from Abia State University. She's a fashion designer behind the brand called Jules James, a brand that caters to fashionable women, providing classy and timeless outfits for them. She has made clothes for a few celebrities, including Obi Kubana's wife and Sarah Martins, and she's here with us today to talk about this very important topic, the business of fashion. Juliet, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
All right, so let's start from how you ventured into fashion designing. You studied political science, so that's quite interesting. What made you move from political science to practicing
being a fashion designer?
Yes, being a fashion designer. And how has the journey been since you started?
Okay. After school,
Yes.
most of the time that the kind of job you wanted to get is not forthcoming, and then you have to look for other alternatives.
Okay.
So now I've always loved fashion. I'm a fashionable person. If I want to make clothes, I want it to be perfect. I want it to just fit perfectly and then get the styles how I want it. But then the tailors I used to give out my clothes to, they don't get exactly what I want. So I end up being disappointed. Then I was like, why don't you get into this? You can do very well. So that was actually the first thought of trying to learn how to sew.
That frustration of people not
getting what I want,
Okay.
doing it exactly how I want it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you have to go and learn tailoring or what?
Yes, I went to a fashion school in Lagos, Zari's fashion school. Then I came back, went to other places as well to do upgrade before I started my own.
So you know how to sew very well?
Very well.
Oh, okay.
Of course, yes.
Okay. Anyway, we'll still talk about more of your business, the Jules James brand and all of that. But before we look at some of the outfits you made, we're going to look at the outfits you made so that the viewers can see what you've done, your works.
Okay.
So before we go on that break, I'd just like you to share what has been the challenges you've had since you got into this fashion business, and how long have you been into fashion?
I've been in fashion business for a while, like more than 6 years, like I said.
More than 6 years.
Yes.
Okay.
Then the challenges in fashion industries is huge. So it depends on the one you are facing. One of the challenges I faced was, you can't really run the business alone. You need help. You need tailors. You need people to, work with you. Getting the right tailors that will sew things the way you want it, the ones that are very good in sewing. And, getting them, when they come, work a while, they go. So you have to look for another tailor, and then trying to do the business alone is very exhausting. So for me, that has been one of the major challenges I have. And other ones. Okay,
we'll talk more about some of these things. And we'll just go on a break. Let viewers see your work, because it's just one thing to hear from somebody, it's another thing to see the evidence of what they've done. So let them look at your work, and then we'll come back and continue with the show.